Hello, everyone. I know it's been a minute. Basically, I just work all day, Monday through Friday, and then wander around finding things to do on the weekend. And today is Saturday, long Memorial Day weekend. So yay for all of us. Remembering, of course, what Memorial Day is all about. I have some errands to run today for projects that I hope to accomplish coming up. For those of you that don't know, I live alone, and I bought a house last year. The end of June will be 1 year. I couldn't believe it. You know how Alexa pops up your memories in photos? I guess through Amazon. So let me see, it was yesterday or the day before, I can't remember now. I'm thinking it was yesterday. It popped up the memories of me touring the house I ended up buying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, a year already. I can't believe it. The time has just flown by. Not necessarily in a bad way. It's just that it has a way of just passing and you not noticing. And I guess I have a little bit of a struggle with that, but not really anything I can do about it, is there? We've had a lot of rain here in eastern North Carolina lately, the past couple of days, but that's okay because we need it. We've been lacking in rain, and it's going to rain again, and probably tomorrow. Hopefully not Memorial Day, because it would be nice if people could really enjoy their Memorial Day. I will just be piddling around the house and cleaning up and whatnot. But today, I have some do-it-yourself projects planned. And so I'm going to, with a little list, sort of price things out, see what it's going to cost me, maybe pick up a thing or two, and we'll see where that gets me. But that brings me to my point, which I'm finally getting to, of today's video. And that's my being uncomfortable with videoing in public. And I know I can't be the only one. I have seen people talk about this before, and supposedly the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. I get that. But I'm kind of a solitary person, an introvert, and so I feel like if I have my phone that I'm holding out and I'm talking to what looks like to my phone in public, that's just going to draw attention to me, and I'm not a big fan of having attention like that. So I'm trying to find a way to get over that. So that's one thing that I'm struggling with YouTube, and that is getting comfortable in being in public, talking to the camera, and knowing that people are going to notice. And I don't want to make anybody around me uncomfortable, because I don't like to be made uncomfortable if somebody else is doing it. I don't particularly care for being on other people's videos, and so I want to try to avoid getting people in my videos is another issue, as best as you can, because people do have, their own space. They're entitled to it. But that's issue number one for me, is getting comfortable in front of the camera in public. And then the second thing that I'm struggling with YouTube with is what to talk about. I lead such a boring life. So, it wasn't always so. I mean, this would have been wonderful when my awesome parents were alive, and we could have had so much fun with this. I used to take them for drives, take them to get ice cream, do all kinds of things, and you know, now it's just me, and I just feel like, what do I say? I've had an interesting life. I've had a life variety, but I just don't somehow feel like I have anything to talk about. So I'm struggling to find things that I believe will be interesting to not just me, but other people, and how to pass on something so people can maybe learn something, or I can learn from them. And I'm just struggling with topics, I suppose. Interesting, because I used to be a high school English teacher, and of course I was always having to come up with ideas, and I could do that. I could do that. But somehow with this, I am on the struggle bus, and I apologize. We are about to go over a speed bump, so I'm trying to sneak past it just a little bit. But that is where I am. That's why you don't see me on YouTube more often. It is definitely a work in progress. One, getting comfortable videoing in public, and two, having interesting things to say. I watch some wonderful YouTubers who are entertaining, they are informative. Y'all probably watch some of the same ones, and I'm finding more, and I learn from them. They have wonderful ideas, and I look at them, I'm like, gosh, they're just so comfortable in front of the camera, and they find interesting things to say. They live in beautiful places and all of the things, and then I sort of compare it to myself, and I'm like, I don't really have that. So, I mean, not that I don't like where I live, don't get me wrong, it's just that I don't get to see enough of it right now. I am so busy just working, keeping my head above water, second guessing myself, was it the right thing to buy a house? But you know what, you got to live somewhere. So that's where I am. I'm working on it. I would appreciate any insight into my first problem of videoing in public and getting comfortable with it. I've done it a few times, but you know, like I want to go to the big box stores and I want to show you what I'm looking at for my home projects. There's wood to buy. I've already bought some tools, and there's more that I need, but I'm just kind of uncomfortable doing that. And especially on a holiday weekend when everything is likely to be pretty packed. So if you have any tips, I would so very much appreciate it. And two, what do I talk about? How do y'all come up with such interesting things to talk about? I don't want to be a mimic. I don't want to say, oh, well, I saw Mrs. Paula does retirement. She talked about this, so I'm going to talk about that too. I don't want to do that. I want to be original like Mrs. Paula is, and like the other people that I see. It's not that we all don't have the same things in some respects to talk about, you know, saving money, improving our property, whatever it is. But I don't want to, you know, like be a parrot of someone else, and that's they've done that work. So I need to figure out how to formulate and present ideas. And I would shout out to Mrs. Paula. Fun videos. I love them, and she lives in such a beautiful place. But I would really appreciate any insight that you might have, because that's where I am. Every time I think I need to do a YouTube video, and I think, what am I going to talk about? What's interesting? I'm not that interesting. Or if I am, I don't know how to present that. So I could use a little assistance, and I sure do appreciate you, and y'all keep on putting out those wonderful videos. I enjoy them, And it may not look like I'm there, but I actually sometimes watch from a different YouTube channel that I had before I ever started my own. So sometimes I'm viewing from mine and sometimes I'm viewing from the other one. And it's usually on the TV because I have it on while I'm working. At any rate, bless you all. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Spend as much time as you can with family and friends, and I hope you have wonderful weather, and God bless you all.